Why has nobody told me this before? This book was actually really good. 10 out of 10 right away. I'm gonna just let you know that right now. This book is a 10 out of 10. I really liked it. A lot of good points in it, you know. This book is mostly focused on mental health. It is kind of like a self-help book. It has sold a lot. I've seen a lot of other people review this book, but I really wanted to read this one for myself. Not just for myself, obviously, but I really did want to read this one because I thought it was gonna be pretty good. And you know, the cover is pretty cool. It has a lot of good points in it. I'm just gonna be reviewing the book, summarizing it. There was some cool things in it, but there was some things that didn't really apply to me right now, but could in the future. You never know. But it could apply to you, you know. It's nice to just have it and not need it instead of need it and not have it kind of thing. Before I get into all these points, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment below anything, you know. I'm always working on improving these videos, so your feedback is very helpful. Your support is very appreciated as well. So, the first thing I want to talk about from this book is motivation. I believe this one was the biggest takeaway that I got from this book. It's just motivation. She helps you understand motivation, how to actually become motivated, do something when you don't feel like doing it kind of thing, which is basically discipline. But she gave some really good points on motivation, which I believe everybody needs. We all get unmotivated at some points. Nobody's perfect. And motivation doesn't really last that long either. You can't strictly rely on your motivation. She does give you a lot of journal prompts throughout the book as well. This one thing really helps with motivation. So that was the first thing. Second thing I'm gonna talk about is relationships, actually. She has gone in detail about relationships. Of course, my main focus isn't on relationships, but I feel like the section that she gave on relationships was actually really good. She talked about like attachment styles and stuff. And she really said that all the fairy tale stuff you see with like relationships, whether that's online and movies and stuff, they're kind of BS. You know, real relationships in real life, they take work and dedication, and they're hard. You know, they're not easy. That was the second thing. You know, she gave a pretty good framework for actually understanding relationships, so that was very helpful. The third thing, and my favorite thing from this book, was actually self-doubt. She went real in depth with like self-doubt, doubting yourself. And I feel like not everybody obviously, but a fair amount of people do doubt themselves whenever it comes to doing whatever you want to do in life. Or just having a positive mindset, you know, they doubt themselves. And they're stuck in like this negative mindset, this negative feedback loop, I guess you can call it, whatever you want to say. But a lot of people doubt themselves and have a fixed mindset as well. I'm gonna make a future video on that. Yeah, just overcoming self-doubt, you know. Being positive, you know, doing what you want, ignoring the haters, really, you know, just ignoring your own self-hate as well, you know. That was the third thing. It was really good. Throughout the book, like I said before, she gives a bunch of journal prompts out throughout the book, so pick up the book for yourself. If you actually need to write something down throughout it, then I think everybody's experience with this book is going to be different because everybody goes through different things. The fourth thing was low mood, which kind of goes in to a lot of the stuff in the book, you know, just overcoming negativity, your own negative thoughts as well. Sometimes we have good days, sometimes we have bad days, and sometimes the bad days really get to you, you know. I've had them, I'm pretty sure you've had them, whoever's watching this, I don't know. We all have bad days eventually. It's nice to not get stuck in that low mood that a bad day might give you. So she kind of gives you a framework on how to have a better mood, you know. And one thing she actually mentioned, which she backed this up with proof, with scientific proof or something. But it was exercise and sleep. Exercise and sleep are the most important things if you want to have a good mood. It increases your mood, something with the chemicals in your brain. I don't know exactly, but exercise and sleep are two of the most basic things that you could do to boost your mood, especially exercise. Exercise is very important. If you're not exercising, then you're most likely to find yourself in a low mood more often than if you were to exercise. So, which is something I like to tell people, just exercise, you know, lift some weights, go on a run, do something. So that was the main thing she said on how to overcome low mood. So the fifth and final thing from the book, she gave a whole section on stress, actually, which I think is actually pretty good. I get stressed a lot, especially with caffeine and stuff, but stress is very common, but it's also good to know that there's good stress and there's bad stress. She gave practical tips on how to actually overcome bad stress. I believe everything just is mindset, you know, state of mind. Whatever your state of mind is, what happens on the outside kind of thing. But there is good stress and there is bad stress, you know. Not all stress is bad. Couple things she mentioned that helps with stress is just breathing, you know, being mindful, meditating or something, just doing like breathing techniques, breathing exercises, or just getting in a community and talking to other people, you know. I believe she was a therapist. Simply just talking to a therapist helps with a lot of stuff, you know. Of course, depending on how serious your situation is, if it's like, you know, super serious or decent or whatever you're going through, you know. She was a therapist, so you might not need a therapist, but some people do. So it definitely helps to be a therapist. Not be a therapist, get a therapist. But just having somebody to talk to is basically it. You know, if you have a good friend, family member that you could genuinely talk to, that's very important for stress or whatever you're going through in life. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this book, 10 out of 10. It was basically on mental health. She was a therapist, so she gave like a lot of like therapy perspectives on some certain things. But I think it's actually a really good book. Even if you're not really going through much right now and you just want to, you know, I guess improve your mindset, improve your mood, understand just like mental health in general, and some simple things you could do to just, you know, be in a good mood and be positive and happy throughout most of your days or something like that. Have a good routine. There's so many benefits that this book can give you. But I'm gonna leave a link for it in the description. It's a really good book. I recommend you do check it out. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Comment if this video helped you. Comment if you're picking up the book or anything you found out from the book too. This book is really good. This book was actually pretty good. So I do recommend you check it out. I think it's beneficial for anybody out there regardless. Other than that, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm out.